The opening of Mercer University's 177th academic year was marked by fresh beginnings and by an historic milestone that positions Mercer for greater national prominence in the years ahead. On August 15th, the first 31 graduates of the Tift College of Education's PhD program in Educational Leadership were hooded during a special commencement on the Cecil B. Day campus in Atlanta. With this graduating class, Mercer now meets Carnegie Foundation criteria as a doctoral research institution, one of only 84 such institutions in the country. Along with the existing PhD program in pharmaceutical sciences and with new PhD programs in curriculum and instruction and nursing that admitted their first students this fall, the university now enrolls almost 200 PhD students, solidly positioning Mercer as a national research university. The fall semester began with the university welcoming a record number of students, including its largest freshman class in years. In Macon, the class of 2013, numbering 618 strong, moved into residence halls, aided by an army of upperclassmen, faculty, and staff. This year's freshman class is one of Mercer's most academically talented ever, with half of the entering students graduating in the top 10% of their high school class. Overall, Mercer's fall enrollment increased by a healthy 6% over the fall of 2008, setting a record with 8,072 students enrolled at campuses in Macon, Atlanta, and Savannah, and at regional academic centers in Henry County, Douglas County, and Eastman. The total shattered the previous record fall enrollment of 7,622, set in 2008. The university also achieved its highest ever freshman to sophomore retention rate, with 85% of last year's freshmen returning in 2009. The fall also saw continued national recognition for Mercer's academic programs. For the 11th consecutive year, U.S. News & World Report ranked Mercer among the top 10 comprehensive universities in the South. In a new category this year, U.S. News ranked institutions based on their commitment to strong undergraduate teaching. Mercer came in at number 7 in the South. According to the magazine, these are schools whose faculty and administrators have placed a special emphasis on teaching undergraduate students and are committed to teaching undergraduate students in a quality manner. The magazine also, for the second consecutive year, ranked Mercer number 6 in the category of Great Schools, Great Prices, while the School of Engineering maintained its national ranking among the top 50 schools focused on undergraduate engineering. For the 7th straight year, the Princeton Review included Mercer in its directory of America's best colleges. In a 2-page profile on the university, the guidebook reports that Mercer is a school on the rise and that Mercer's strong majors and pre-professional programs are supported by a solid liberal arts curriculum grounded in the classics. Only 15% of the 4-year colleges in America and Canada were chosen for the 2010 edition. The Princeton Review also included Mercer's law and business schools in the 2010 editions of Best 301 Business Schools and Best 172 Law Schools. The Stetson School of Business and Economics MBA program in Macon was ranked number 3 by the publication in the category of Best Opportunities for Women. The Tift College of Education added a second PhD program this fall, a doctorate in curriculum and instruction. The program enrolled 22 students on the Macon campus and 20 students on the Atlanta campus. The Georgia Baptist College of Nursing enrolled its first 6 students in the new PhD in nursing program. Designed to help address the critical shortage of nursing educators in the state, the program's students will complete their studies through a combination of distance learning, on-site instruction, and a research component. At its fall retreat in Savannah, the Board of Trustees approved the addition of a doctoral-level program in physical therapy in the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. The program plans to admit its first students in the fall of 2010. The university continues to make rapid and dramatic progress in expanding its research endeavors, as called for in Mercer's 10-year strategic plan. More than $7.8 million in National Institutes of Health grants were awarded last year to faculty in Mercer's School of Medicine and College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, a record total for the university. 2 interdisciplinary programs in the College of Liberal Arts have received significant grants to fund summer education programs for high school teachers in 2010. A summer seminar series led by Mercer's Center for the Teaching of America's Western Foundations will be funded through a $167,000 grant from the Walmart Foundation. And a summer institute led by faculty from Mercer's Southern Studies program will be funded with a $215,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Mercer campuses have been teaming with programs and events this fall. 16 exceptionally talented high school strings musicians from 10 states participated in the 5th annual Robert McDuffie and Friends Labor Day Festival for Strings in early September. Master classes and 2 standing room only performances in Fickling Hall highlighted the festival. In October, several hundred students made the annual fall pilgrimage to Penfield, a university tradition of many years that transports students 87 miles to Mercer's original campus for a program in the chapel, a ceremony at Jesse Mercer's gravesite, a dinner on the grounds, and a closing fireworks display. Chancellor Kirby Godsey provided the keynote address.
Penfield was chosen as the site. This place was chosen as the site.
The annual family weekend on the Macon campus was celebrated in late September. Among the featured activities for students and their families were concerts, a barbecue lunch on the intramural courts, and a Mercer women's volleyball match. Joining current students and their families on campus that weekend were several hundred prospective undergraduate students and their family members who participated in Fall Preview Day. The Grand Opera House, a performing arts center operated by Mercer, marked its 125th birthday by unveiling its new state-of-the-art marquee on September 22nd. The marquee, which features a mile and a half of neon lights wrapped around a gilded frame, along with more than 4,000 energy-efficient LED lights and 3 giant screens, will brighten the historic theaters and downtown Macon's future. Mercer partnered with Harvard Medical School's Center for Health and the Global Environment to stage a groundbreaking conference, Caring for Creation, a scientific and theological response, in late October on the Macon campus. The conference, which drew more than 1,000 registrants, followed up on a similar conference held on Mercer's Atlanta campus last February. In addition to plenary sessions led by theologians, ethicists, and scientists, the conference featured breakout sessions on a number of topics related to creation care and concluded with a Green Day of Service that drew hundreds of students and other volunteers who worked in the Macon community on weatherization projects, river cleanup, and community gardens. Celebrating its 30th year, the Executive Forum presented by BB&T featured on November 10th leading health policy expert Robert Leshevsky, who delivered a timely lecture on healthcare reform. A month earlier, on October 12th, the Executive Forum teamed up with the Mercer Athletic Foundation to help tip off the Mercer basketball season by hosting ESPN basketball analyst Dick Vitale in Atlanta and Macon. Speaking to a dinner crowd of more than 600 in the University Center, Vitale promoted Mercer basketball and regaled the audience with his entertaining reflections on life lessons.
I have such respect for situations like this because I was at the University of Detroit, as Frank said, and we had the challenge of trying to play the big guys, trying to play against the best, and they won't give you an opportunity. And many times if they do give you an opportunity, it's always on their terms. I looked at Coach Jones's schedule Wow, those young ladies, Oklahoma, Texas Tech. I know Miss Jackson and company are waiting for that challenge. I look at the men's schedule. Providence, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Alabama. Wow. And then the conference tournament right on this floor. They need you in a worse way to give them that great home court advantage. They need you out here in full support.
More than 50 Mercer basketball fans, most of whom were on hand for the Dick Vitale event, boarded a charter plane with the Mercer Bears a month later for a trip to Providence, Rhode Island, to cheer on the men's basketball team in the season-opening World Vision Invitational Tournament hosted by Providence College. The Bears knocked off Bucknell and Bryant before facing the host team from the powerful Big East Conference in the title game. Mercer fought back from a 19-point second-half deficit to fall just short at the buzzer, 79-77. The Bears returned to Macon for their home opener on November 18th, knocking off Fisk University 110-45 and a tune-up for the big homecoming game against Florida State. After successfully moving homecoming to the fall last year, the university staged an even bigger and better event for students and alumni in 2009. Student activities early in the week included a banner contest, departmental and residence hall decorating competitions, a movie on Porter Patch, a comedy and magic show, and a performance by the improvisation troupe Improbable Cause. The annual homecoming skit competition was moved to Friday night and preceded a parade to Bear Hill for the popular Bonfire and Pep Rally, which attracted hundreds of alumni, students, faculty, and staff. Saturday morning got underway early with a host of faculty, staff, and students participating in the Homecoming 5K Road Run. From there, it was on to the Orange Pancake Breakfast, a men's lacrosse game against Georgia State, an alumni baseball game at Claude Smith Field, and various reunions rounded out the morning's activities. The Mercer Athletic Hall of Fame luncheon and induction ceremony in the afternoon saw 8 former student athletes recognized for their achievements and contributions to Mercer athletics. The pregame tailgating kicked off at 11 a.m. on the University Center Plaza, and everyone began to get into spirit for the homecoming basketball game, which pitted the Bears against the Florida State Seminoles. Televised by the Fox Sports Network into millions of homes across the South, the Bears jumped to an early lead before falling to the much taller Seminoles 89-50. Mercerians are already looking forward to homecoming next November, when the Bears will take on Harvard in basketball, and a host of reunions and other activities will be planned for alumni and students. Less than a week after hosting Florida State, the Bears went on the road to take on another ACC foe. More than 100 Mercer alumni and friends gathered at Alexander Memorial Coliseum on the campus of Georgia Tech for a pregame reception, and then joined another large group of Mercer fans to cheer on the Bears as they battled the Yellow Jackets. Mercer All-America candidate James Florence poured in a career-high 40 points, and the Bears fought Georgia Tech down to the final minutes before falling 85-74. As evidenced by a fall semester filled with academic achievements and campus activities, Mercer University is clearly a vibrant institution that is making a profound difference in the lives of its students, while solidifying its place as one of America's most distinctive institutions of higher learning.